Hi, welcome to my channel. This is my very first YouTube video. This is my maiden voyage into the YouTube community. A little bit about myself. My name is Stephanie. I'm a wife and a mother and an employee and a witch. I started looking into paganism in the 8th grade, but I didn't start doing heavy research until 2009. In 2012, I started to actively practice, and in that same year I started attending ritual at my local UU church. I've been following YouTube pagans since about 2009, and I've just been in love with this community. I love listening to these wonderful, interesting people share their experiences about this diverse religion. As paganism is probably something I'm most passionate about, I decided it's time for me to share my experiences with you. And to a lot of people, I'm probably a pretty new pagan. But for myself, I at least don't feel completely clueless. So I know it's the middle of the year, so I'm a little bit late joining in on the YouTube Pagan Challenge, but I thought I'd use my first video to weigh in on this week's topic. That topic is coming of age and stages of life rites. So I was raised Catholic, and as a super established and standardized institution, they have really specific rites laid out for the stages of life. I actually went to my niece's first communion last month, and I really started thinking about this. Right around the time that she and her classmates reached the age of reason, my niece and her classmates had this elaborate ceremony with beautiful dresses and an entire church service dedicated to them. I was conflicted. On one hand, it's marvelous that my niece has this path of rites to follow as she reaches certain stages of her life, and she has an established community to celebrate with her. But on the other hand, there's a lot of unnecessary guilt and angst tied up in church rites. There isn't room for personal spiritual growth when you're told that your soul and your afterlife are dependent on you following along this predetermined schedule of events. And as pagan, I don't have an established governing body determining an appropriate list of rites of passage for me and my family. Anything that I come up with would be informal and subtle and possibly spontaneous. This makes me think of Last Beltane. There's this small group of pagans that I meet with regularly for ritual and community. 2 of the women there have been pagan their entire adult lives, and both of them have teenage daughters. These 2 girls have always known that their mothers were witches. Paganism was never pushed on them, but they decided last Beltane that they were going to attend their first ritual. For me, that's sort of a rite in and of itself. And these sorts of informal and spontaneous milestones happen all the time, inside and outside of a religious context. For instance, there's baby showers and bachelorette parties and every birthday you've ever attended. We don't have widely established milestone rites for all modern neo-pagans. We're too diverse for that. And I don't think we necessarily need them, since many of us rely on more intimate family traditions anyway. Maybe one day my kids will want to attend ritual with me, and afterwards we'll go out for ice cream and I'll congratulate them. I just don't know. But I do know that I want to have an awareness of when these milestones are occurring. Before I go, I do want to say that there's one rite that I want established. I want cronehood parties to be a thing. That's just one milestone that I think needs to be celebrated. So when I reach cronehood, I'm throwing myself an awesome party. Are there any rites that you think that we should have established in our community? If so, let me know in the comments below. And thanks for watching my very first YouTube video. Have a great day.